One up the field!
Right away.
And I mean, we knew that was going to happen, Joe.
I mean,
there's not a doubt in my mind.
Inevitable,
It's
as
just
Thanos would say.
As Thanos would say.
We are live. Oh.
I just want, now they're on.
I mean, we knew that was
All right. Welcome to is this week 2?
Week 3.
Week three, sorry.
Baby.
The delays have been, I'm all over the place with delays, but week 3 we have Costellos versus Beacon Bikes. Sorry we're delayed. We're already one play in. Declan Costello has completed his first 2 passes of the game, 1 to Tom Flynn and 1 to Nickel Pear. And I mean...
And that pass, by the way, was horrible.
Yeah, I don't know how
that
we caught
was a shit
that
pass,
one.
but
It might as well be a ground ball, but I've seen Nick field a few ground balls in his day.
Absolutely.
All right, that's going to fuck me up. Alrighty. I mean, I'm surprised we're even here getting this game in today.
Listen, the rain stopped, though. Rain stopped, so we should be good to go.
Let's do it.
I mean, Joe, this is classic flag football weather, if I ever saw one.
If this is anything, this is diabolical, as the kids would say nowadays. Or as Finn would say. Every other word out of his mouth is diabolical.
I think you see too much. I think that's the problem here.
But we're running out of time. I just put my 2 weeks in today. I am getting a new job. It is sad days in Weber Projects.
Congratulations.
But we're on to bigger and better things.
There we go. Ooh,
oh, fumbled. We said it's wet out here.
And here we go. And what a sack! I think that was
Johnny Lang.
Number 2, Johnny Lang.
He's all over the place. I tell you, this is one guy you want on your team and you hate to face him. He is a gnat. He is a gnat.
Non-stop.
And he showed it against us week
player.
1. I mean, they dominated us week 1.
Tough, too. Tough.
That D-line, man, they're probably 250 pounds combined soaking wet. And they're making stuff happen. Probably the smallest line in the league this year. With Hayden Boehm and Johnny Lang.
100%.
And they're going against
but you know what they have that the
Mike
bigger
Varian,
lines
the
don't
quite
have?
opposite.
They have speed.
Yeah, I
right?
know.
So
it's dangerous. I said it's
like
dangerous
this.
on the
Hayden
line.
Boehm off the back.
There he goes. They blitz. Declan up the middle. He's nimble. He's nimble in his old age. I didn't realize that. I mean, not many fans here tonight, but hey, there's one fan that counts, and that's Mrs. Costello right there.
Dude, we've been doing this for 5 years. You're telling me. And nothing really has changed rule-wise.
Yeah, right. That orange cone messing me up. I thought that was the first down marker. What is it? 3rd and long? Third and long
here.
This is dangerous territory here for Costellos. They need a decent chunk here. Uh-oh. Jack says a pick 6 inbound. It is wet out here. I do it. My prediction, there's going to be a few interceptions tonight. I think with the wet ball, a couple balls are going to get overthrown. Bike's got a good team, man. They're slept on, man. Very athletic. Oh, takes it short to LePere, makes one move. Route. He's shifty, this kid, but he gets grabbed.
I believe that brings up 4th down.
Yes. Oh, boy.
You going to Seaside on Monday, Brad?
I think we are.
Uh-oh. That is dangerous. Uh-oh.
That is, ladies and gentlemen, an unspoken of trio.
That's unprecedented territory.
An unspoken of trio is Brian Conlon.
Not in the booth.
What a punt.
He's just a scientist, man.
Down to the 10. I mean, who punted that? Did we see? I didn't even get to...
A good punt within the 10?
Yeah.
On the 10?
That's pin job.
I believe that was number 10,
in the
Dennis
corner.
Dow.
Have you guys played Madden before? Hey, I don't know who that was, but that was a great punt.
Yes, it was.
I think it was Jason, maybe.
Was it? The tree? The tree pulling out the leg? And Beacon Bike starts their first drive here. I mean, Shane Green,
Joe,
he is a veteran QB.
What are you thinking for this drive here? What are they going to pull out? Are they running? Are they
First
passing
play
a lot?
of the game.
Like, what's going on here?
I mean, Gio Bally, he is their main guy, so I would not be surprised. He's not here today. Oh my. So let's shake things up a little bit.
That brings in Giagata.
That's dangerous.
Like, right?
Yeah, he might get the ball first play here on a run. I wouldn't be surprised. If not, you also have Johnny Lane coming out of the backfield, also dangerous. Luke Mahan, I mean, this kid's been
That's another
receiver.
one,
He's
yep.
been one of the kids. He's showed out so far through 3 weeks this year. And I wouldn't be surprised if he has another big day.
I mean,
With
that's
Shane
a
there.
very
Shane
good
has
point.
been slinging the rock this
Shane
summer.
has been
I mean,
playing
it is impressive
like
to watch.
summertime Shane Green.
Yeah,
If that,
for sure.
absolutely.
If you guys want a class on QB, I mean, he's the one.
I mean, him or his coach.
Take your notepad out. He is the guy. Yeah, I mean, his coach, Perucci, is he here? He's always here on the sideline. I'm surprised his whiteboard is not activated right now.
A little
Play
rainy for
action
the
to
whiteboard.
Goddard.
Here we go.
They're looking to take a shot here early. Rolling out. Running out of time. Gets the throw off.
Gets it off.
And that's a 10-yarder to Trevor Zamudio.
Trevor Zamudio.
The scratch handicap golfer we've been talking about. Southern Dutch's
I mean, this
finest.
guy knows his way around a golf
Oh,
club.
my God.
But
His
apparently,
swing is
He
pure.
knows his way around a football.
I know.
too.
He's got good hands, too. I mean, I guess they correspond, you know?
Hey.
Golf swing and catching footballs.
Let's do it.
I've never heard that one before, but I think I just created it. And Beacon Bike's offensive line, quite literally the opposite of their defensive line.
Absolutely.
Look at this matchup right here.
I mean, what a
Two
line
big boys
matchup we
going.
got
Oh,
here.
Sugar, this is where he becomes a problem when he scrambles and it creates
what a
time.
line.
He's looking at too
oh.
much time, just too much time. Too much time there. 15 yards to Mahan.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
That's a tough play.
Yeah. I mean, if it keeps up like that, it's going to be a long
Yeah.
game for the Costellos. That's dangerous territory for them. For sure. I think that was the first down, right? Yep. Ooh,
Yep.
It's close. First and long, LaPere says. So we're going with first down here up in the booth. Costello's finally fully healthy tonight. I think this is their first game with the full roster. So
Yes,
we should
which
be
is
in,
nice. And we'll look into that when they're on offense. But
Yep. Check down to Zamudio again, and he
Zamudio.
makes an inside
Zamudio.
move. Look at this
Oh!
go, and he's still up. And the tree.
Lucas
Stellar.
said Shane top 3.
It's a 20-yard gain on first down, though. That's a great first down chunk
Shane's
you
an
need.
undisputed GOAT, future
Yeah,
Hall
oh
of
my
Famer of
God.
this league. I mean,
100%. First ballot.
like
First
when he
ballot.
retires, it's going to be a. I think that's all. That's just him. In that. Just he retires and that's it.
The league ends.
Yeah, that's it. It's over. We can't move on without Shane. Shane, I hope you watch this.
Here we go.
But I mean, they're
Second
playing
and
pretty
short.
well. Shane has made 3 smart moves.
Oh, yeah. He's,
Two
listen,
checkdowns.
that's the thing.
One,
He's
like,
smart. He's
one
under
to Mahan,
control.
but the 2 checkdowns to Zamudio has really helped him.
And you're going to see that all game. Without Gio Bally here, their deep threat, I mean,
It's right.
they're going to look for the check down in the short
And Shane's
ones
deep
all
ball
game.
is sometimes iffy.
I mean, so far this year, it's a run here to Zamudio. Looks a little
He's
funky,
going.
but he still hasn't been touched, and he runs out of bounds.
Out of bounds, but
And he gets the first down right in front of it. That's
that's
that
tough.
one.
That's a
if
tough
he
spot,
if he
Joe.
had it back, I think he would would have stepped out before the line of for the first down. But hey, it's gonna be first and goal here from the 34-yard line. 34
tough.
yards to go.
That's tough.
This is where we had troubles in week 1. We kept getting first downs right at the 35-yard line.
Red zone
and
is very different.
4
you know?
downs to go 34 yards. That's tough to do
tough.
here in this flag league when the defenses are this good, man, and guys are flying everywhere.
That's very true, and I mean,
That's McKeon's message coming into week 2. We need to get the ball deep into the territory when you get a first down.
absolutely.
You cannot be right
absolutely.
at the marker.
And
Let's see
because
what
teams
they do.
struggle.
Yeah,
Teams absolutely
for sure.
struggle with this.
But Shig looking to go deep. He
Shane going deep on the
Cox
first one.
back
and-
pulls the
oh
trigger.
my God.
He hesitated twice, and it's broken up by the tree. What
Jason
a play.
Analek,
What
man.
a deflection by number 23. He's 23 on the field, and then he's 23 in most people's hearts.
Love the Jack.
Not one. He's 23. He's been 23 since Beacon High School baseball
Absolutely.
days. I mean,
Absolutely. That's his number. That's why we put it on everybody's
The
jersey.
lefty,
A little
yeah.
fun fact. BFFL
it's a fun
fact.
fact. Right there from the commissioner. You heard
Shout
it here
out Jay
first.
Analek.
See, now this is the problem. When you get the first down here and,
Right,
and
'cause
you
now you
don't
got-
get a big chunk on
You have
first down.
3
you
shots.
Yeah, now you're
Not
se-
even.
Now you're
'Cause
second
you might not
and
even
long.
go on
yeah.
first down. So you really have
100%. Now you're second and long here. This is a big
That's a
play for
tough-
Beacon Bikes. They need a chunk.
It's tough. It's a
they
good
do the
thing.
little quick trick play, so Shane has the option
Shane has
to
the
run
option
or
to
throw.
run, and
He-
he's going to throw it to let. Oh my God!
He throws back.
bobble, but
It's bobbled, and he is pulled down by LaPere there at the 25 yards.
I mean, can we just say something about LePere?
I mean,
After the game he had last week, coming into this week, I mean, the expectation is
yeah,
high.
I expect
it's
a
high.
big game. I expect a big game. You cannot keep him down for too long. He is bound to catch fire. There is a flag on the play. We're waiting for the explanation here.
Somebody get the walk.
Ty Long, Mr. Butter. And that looks like...
Mute it for a second.
I don't know what the actual official call is. That's what Finn said. Over.
That's a
Okay. All right.
questionable call, but...
All right, when they make it, just let me
I
know.
thought he's allowed to run or
All right, you can
pass.
unmute it. Or were we not muted the whole time?
No, I just did it.
Oh, nice. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, according to ground control, it
Davis.
was a forward lateral to the quarterback, which means
You know, I
don't really know.
Yeah,
I gotta be
that's
honest.
a
I don't
confusing
know the
one to me.
rule
I
on
thought
that
the
one.
quarterback could run or throw there, but now they have to
Because
take
he
a
was in
shot
front of
deep
the line
here
of
on third down.
scrimmage, Joe.
Green
That's the
looking
thing.
deep, throws it up.
Oh my God! And
it is
picked off by none
Tom
other than
Flynn.
Tom Flynn.
Oh my God! And it looks like it's a touchback.
I believe it is a touchback. I believe it is a touchback, Joe.
Or is it the one? This is going to be a big call here. Would a
Big
pick?
call.
It is more like a punt, honestly. It was third and long. They were bound to punt anyway. But would he play the return of the sergeant, NYPD's finest?
And
Tom
shout out
Flynn.
to the
Round of applause
NYPD,
for
man.
him,
I
man.
mean,
A round
they
of
put their
applause
lives
for all
on the
our
line every day.
officers. That is he's a cop during the day and then a star flag football player
Joe,
at night.
and
I mean,
that
you
is-
can't draw it up any better.
What a better life than that, you know?
You can't have it much better. And Ali T. Muhammad is just showing up, the coach.
There he is. I believe he had a basketball practice
right.
before this, so he was
Well.
running a little late, but his team's doing pretty well. He's doing pretty well.
There you go.
All right, here we go. Costellos starting at the 1. Oh, out to Stephen McDowell, and he's going to turn on his Jets, and he's got all the room in the world.
We are back.
Can we get a time check real quick? Over.
Ali T. Muhammad, and he is a force on the D line. Don't be surprised.
Absolutely. You know what else he brings, Joe? That
The energy.
I was just
The
gonna say that
energy.
it's the
on a daily
energy
basis,
and
man.
it's just the intensity, you know?
Yeah. And that's what you need out here.
Absolutely.
You need to be aggressive. You
Absolutely.
need to be intense.
Especially as a coach, a player coach too. You got to be able to
100%.
rally your guys, and
And he
Costellos
is,
needed
he is someone
rallying.
you can rally behind quickly.
You know, this is the perfect story for the Costellos
Yeah,
tonight.
for
Like
sure.
if they win tonight, that's perfect.
Now they are definitely fully
4:20 left in the first
full
year.
strength, 4:20 left, full strength Costellos looking to make a big drive here after getting a huge
And they don't have
stop
Tyler
against
Haight,
Mike.
which is another notable player that's
Oh.
not here tonight.
Oh, that is another person I did not realize. Their team is solid, man.
Yeah.
Their team is solid. I thought they were at full strength. That is my fault. A blitz off the edge from Luke Mahan. Declan backpedaling, throws a wobbly one across the field, and it is incomplete. Just short of Kieran the Bear K-Core.
I mean, you got to throw that away.
yeah.
You know that
And that's one thing you have to learn as a QB is you got to take your shots when you get them. there.
exactly, and
And some you just don't get back, and sometimes it's wiser to just throw it away. And
he did, you know,
And
and
essentially
he
he
did
did,
the
but
right thing.
that could have been dangerous. Cross body, backpedaling across the field.
Absolutely.
You never want to see the ball floating as a quarterback.
No.
But let's see here on second down, second and short here.
Here we go. Stepping back.
Costello drops back,
Nice
hits
throw
Flynn
to
across
Flynn.
the middle. And he is grabbed immediately
I mean,
by
a great
Sugar
grab.
Shane.
A great grab. by
That's one
Shane.
thing
Now,
about him. He is a great quarterback, but when it comes to defense, he is
elite.
maybe an even better safety at defense.
He might be a better safety than he is quarterback.
Yeah.
And he is
You could argue
a
that.
top
You could
2
for sure
quarterback
argue
in the Beacon
100%.
Black Football
You can
League.
argue that.
But I want to point something out here. I believe Shane is Manning Tom.
Manny Tom.
I think, notice that, because I think he is.
Let's see what they come out here. I did not realize that, but that might be a
Unless-
note to have. I'm sure, regardless, there's going to be an eye on Flynn and LePere all night because
Absolutely.
those are the main two options coming out of
Absolutely.
this backfield that you have to worry about. Setting up 2x2, spread out. Costello at the backfield, 8 yards deep in the shotgun. Motion LePere. It looks like they jumped off sides. It's a blitz, and he grabs him.
Wow!
And no flag on the play. It looked like he jumped a little bit, but I don't know if he crossed the line of scrimmage there.
Who's that again? Over?
But what a play by Johnny Lang.
Johnny Lang with a huge sack.
He
That's a
timed
huge
that
sack.
one up.
Perfectly
No
executed.
flag called. He timed it up perfectly, and he sacked him as he went up the middle. That's what's dangerous about the little guys. You can push them out wide, but they're quick enough
They're
to recover,
speedy,
man.
There's a lot of
They
speed.
can recover quickly.
That's what I'm saying. Would you rather have a slow but strong defensive line or a small but fast defensive line?
You know, we had the delay. Me and McKeon and Jose Cuervo, Mr. Wavy, we met and we discussed.
Shout out, Mr. Wavy.
We think that the little guys, especially
I
in the
agree.
summer, are
I
dangerous
agree.
on the
I
D-line.
agree.
And we're going to start getting our little guys involved on the defensive line.
I think it works.
Because Beacon Bikes is proving it works right now.
And it's been proven with other teams,
Yes.
too.
If
It
you look
has.
at Marcelo's with Nick Lantini, 5 sacks
Absolutely.
last weekend. I mean, that's
Absolutely.
incredible. Here is the run to LePere with the QB lead blocking.
I mean, and he's...
I mean, so he can make something that looks stuffed for 1 yard loss turn into 8 yards like
Right.
that. It's incredible. It's incredible, and that's what he did there. Looked like it was going to get stuffed for maybe a 1 yard loss, and LePere bounces out and gets loose for an 8 yard gain. 3rd and long.
Ladies and gentlemen, who is Nixter12508? I believe that's Nick Kilmer.
Nick
I believe
Kilmer.
that's Nick Kilmer.
Costellos with Tom.
He should
So
be
yes,
here right now.
ladies and gentlemen, the Costellos do have Tom Flynn tonight, if that wasn't already
Obvious.
obvious and noted.
The sergeant is here.
The sergeant's here, and he's doing well. He has an interception on the day, a few receptions, and it's only the first quarter.
Yeah. He is making his presence known right away, but he better line up quick here, and he'll get a false start.
And here we go.
No blitz on the play. Costello drops back, looking Flynn's way, and overthrows him. I said we're gonna have more than a few of those tonight.
Absolutely.
With the wet ball
wetness,
tonight.
the wet balls, and
As
an
a deep,
inexperienced quarterback in Declan. You know?
100%. As a defensive back, you have to be ready for those overthrows all night long.
Absolutely.
Because you will get lucky eventually. You just got to be ready. And Dash and Millie right there, his eyes got real big right there. He will have another opportunity.
That was over his head too.
Yeah, honestly.
That was to the fort. That 40
He couldn't have caught that with a 10-foot
No,
pole,
he
honestly.
couldn't have. No, he couldn't have.
They're punting here. 4th down and
They're gonna
long.
punt it.
Who is their punter? This is the tree. It is the leg.
It is
the
Jason,
tree, the leg.
Analek.
Joe Ferrone said I'm not there yet.
Joe Ferrone is not
Joe
there. They are
Ferrone
not
also
full
coming.
as well.
And the leg.
Another good one, man.
Another one
2 punts
in
at.
at the 10.
I'll give him the 10 there.
Okay,
2
at the
punts
10, at the
inside the 10-yard line by the leg. I mean, this is some performance.
I mean, in that before, right?
Yep.
So that he got it inside the 10
Yeah,
before,
that's 2.
right?
That's 2.
So that's 2 for him. But that first one really set them up for failure, if you think about it. It
I
set
know.
Bikes up for failure.
And that's a big. If you can flip the field like that, that's always huge. Is
Can
there
we
a
put-
special teams award? We need a.
There is. There's a special team
Okay,
player of
fair.
the week.
For
And there
the week.
is a year,
We need a punter.
yearly special
We need a
team.
punter award. There's not.
Well, that's a part of it. That's a part of it.
Honestly, though, in the winter, we didn't see many punts.
No.
Not
Winter
many
was
punts.
winter was weird when
Winter
it
was a
came to-
weird. People went for it a lot in the
Yeah.
winter, and I haven't seen many people go for them
People are
this year.
playing it smart.
Being conservative, relying on the defense.
That's old school flag, you know.
Let's see what Suge has to do here on his second drive. Drops back, blitz, rolling right, looking to get rid of it. Gets rid of it, short throw, and it's incomplete there on 1st down, intended for Mahan.
Jesus.
And that's the thing, man. When you get those blitz, it's tough to defend. It's tough to get a ball out quick. That pressure can get on you quick
Absolutely.
as a QB. Especially with 3 guys rushing. You only have 2 blocking. The numbers are against you.
For the second.
We are at the start of the second, ladies and gentlemen.
The start of the second.
Still 0-0. Nobody has scored.
No one has scored.
But yeah.
And I did predict a defensive battle. I didn't say it in the booth, but I was talking about it on the field. The
okay.
rain, I said it might be a
Defensive
slow
battle,
game tonight.
A little wet.
We shall see, though.
Costellos are running.
Play
Nick,
action,
middle
looking
linebacker.
Oh, and another. Did it get tipped? Did that get tipped?
I don't know.
I don't think it
I don't
did.
think it did either.
I don't think it did.
I'm
I
gonna
was
go
more
with the.
focused
I'm
on.
gonna go with the commish here, and I don't think that one got.
I think that was
tipped.
just
I think
a
it's just
bad
a
ball.
little underthrown by Shug there. But he was looking for the seam
blame the
route
wet
there.
ball for
Yeah,
that one.
we'll
We'll
blame
say
the
wet
wet.
ball.
We said it's gonna be wet tonight. Third down now. Third and long here. Costellos just want to give him a little wiggle room to get a punt off. Because they have to get to the 35-yard line here. It's looking like third down and 25. So they want to get a chunk here.
Oh my God.
Ali.
Oh!
And they trap him up.
Oh my God! And here we go.
And Shug is
Shane
down.
Green with a green injury.
Oh, no.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a textbook green injury here.
Oh, no.
He's gonna get up and be totally fine.
I hope so. And he's getting up.
And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? He's totally fine.
We do not see a flag on the field, though. That
This
looks
is
like
what Shane
incidental
does.
contact.
He always tries to get a call from the ref.
It's smart, man. It's smart.
I've seen
I
him
don't
do it
blame
in
him.
basketball. I've seen him do it in baseball.
I don't blame him. He's smart. He's a witty guy.
He knows what he's doing.
And he's back up and he's punting the ball. I mean, and what a punt.
A great punt.
What a punt.
Great punt from.
And
that
it's
was
right in
essentially
front of the
10.
first down. You can't draw that up any better. You cannot
Perfect.
draw that up any better.
Perfect.
They got to get 25 yards now for a first down. That's dangerous.
Dangerous, but it's also more doable than
Yeah.
starting from like the 35 and
Yeah.
trying to score. You know.
For sure. For sure. I said they needed some yards to give him wiggle room. Shane made that up with a great punt to flip the field. Now Costellos have to go 60 yards down the field to score a touchdown. Let's see what they could do on their third drive.
I don't know. I don't know here, Joe.
What's your feeling? You have a prediction? What are we going
My
with?
prediction is I think they're going to score on this.
Touchdown?
I'm thinking a touchdown. Gavin, what do you got?
Gab?
You know, I'll go score here too.
You think
I'm
you
gonna
score?
pick.
so.
I'm gonna flip the script, and I'm gonna go a turnover, not just a
Wow.
punt. I'm gonna go a turnover.
Turnover.
I don't know if it's gonna be a fumble or a interception, but my prediction is a turnover here on Costello's third drive.
All right, I respect that.
I'm taking the big odds. I'm going for it all. I don't wish anything bad against them, but I have a feeling with these conditions out here, the ball could be loose.
Here we go.
On 3.
Costello. Okay, they're only rushing one.
Rolling
Notice
right.
that. Up.
Bame getting
rush.
through, and he
What
gets
a sack!
snagged. I mean,
What a
Hayden
sack
Bame,
from
that's
Bame.
his 6th, maybe 7th sack of the year. This kid has been playing out of his mind.
I mean,
Out of his
I'm not
mind.
kidding, Joe, when I say this. We are at week 3. The sack record for the entire season is 12 and a half.
That's getting shattered this year.
It's getting shattered.
It might get broke by multiple people.
I'm telling you.
Nick Lantini, Hayden Bame.
Liebison Perez is on
Liebison
track
Perez.
for that too. Those 3 guys will. One of them is going to break it this year. I will say that.
Someone, if not all 3 of them, will sniff 13.
Which is wild.
Especially with this O-line play.
How many games? 7?
6. So we have 3 games left.
That's more than 2 a game. That's impressive.
Yes, it
Can
is.
you repeat that real quick? Over.
A blitz again. Gets ball rid quick. Whoa, gets the ball off quick. LaPere gets dragged
That was a
down.
hard hit to the ground, though. You
He's
heard
looking
that
for
from
the
here?
flag, and he doesn't get it. Oh,
Laundry on the field?
I think he
No
dropped,
laundry.
I think he dropped the flag by an accident. That was an accidental drop on the flag. He picked that one up.
Justin Warner, welcome to the live, kid.
Third down and long here. Costello's looking to get something started. They're gonna need a big chunk. They're gonna need 25 yards here.
Well, Joe.
If they get it close, they can maybe think about 4th down, but as you can tell, the defense is sagged off here. They're giving up anything short.
I like that late run idea. So you rush one, and then your second guy comes in
little
late.
screen. Yeah, the defense is back. You can get your guys set up to block downfield. The defense is calling out, watch screen. I would not be surprised of a quick screen here. No, they're pushing the ball downfield. Costello. Ooh! And it is caught.
Wow.
Grabbed by Shug. I mean, that's a good play on both sides, man. It's gonna make it 4th and long, but that's a big pickup play for Costello.
And that's why Shane Green's a safety.
Yeah.
Right there. That just shows you why.
That saved a first
does
down there.
the things he can
Dashamilli
do.
had a great jump on that, just missed it.
Oh.
Now the Costellos are going to have a real decision here on whether they want to go for it on 4th and 10. I think they're going to punt it here. They're playing it safe, 0-0 in the second
Playing
here.
it safe, and that's a smart move.
They
That's
are
a smart
playing it
move.
safe.
Jared Palms from the chat said, "Got my life savings on the Costellos."
Brother, so do I.
Let's see if the tree can pin another one
Can he
inside
pin
the
one?
10.
And, oh my,
And it looks like it's a little too much.
Now let's see,
It was
Joe.
a good try. It was a good
Let's
try.
see. This is their third punt, right?
Yeah.
It's not inside the 10.
Nope.
It's coming back to, I believe,
The 15.
the 15.
15.
So let's see what happens here. If this changes it,
This
you know?
is their third drive as well. Both teams now getting 3 tries at it. Score is still 0-0. We
Yep.
have a snoozer on us tonight.
Well, you
and
know,
I don't expect it to get any better.
listen. Some games are blowouts. Some
I
are
like
thrillers,
this
and
type
some
of
are-
game.
some
You
are
gotta love the
snoozers.
defensive battles, man. The defensive
You know,
minds are
it
working.
gives credit to defense.
Yeah,
because
100%.
defense is a very
The
important part.
coordinators are. Is Dika over on the other side tonight?
Dika's not.
He
here
must be
tonight,
on the
but
mic
I
at home.
believe-
He
I
must be
believe
mic'd
he
up
was-
somewhere suited
He's
up.
probably watching this right now.
If it's my guess, he is tapped in right now to Muhammad underneath that hood.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Pitch
Here we go, a
outside to
little
Johnny
pitch.
Lang, setting up blockers. K. Core drags
Wow.
him down in the backfield.
Caker, man.
What a play from the Bear. That was impressive coming
He ate
off
him
the edge.
like a fish.
And that's the corner play you need. If your corners are coming up and making tackles, that's all you can ask for. That is
mean,
like
that's
another
perfect.
linebacker.
Costello's energy is different tonight, Joe. I
Yeah.
have to say that. I don't know if it's the addition of Tom Flynn
I don't know
or
what
their
it is.
defense is doing well, but there's something different.
I'm impressed.
Something different.
This is not what I expected. The line that Beacon Bikes was the heavy favorite coming into tonight, and so far it's been quite the opposite. I know it's 0-0, but the Costellos have had all the momentum so
Yeah,
far.
absolutely.
They've been moving the ball. Beacon Bikes has stalled out 3 quick times. Sugar rolling right, looking for a quick out to Mahan, and he gets it right at the first down, and he looks to break one, but pulled down by Declan Costello, who is now playing defense. And what do we think about that?
I think it was smart, and he was advised to play defense last week after the loss.
After the loss.
It was heavily suggested that he plays defense by
A
many,
quick
many
snap.
people.
They don't look ready. I don't know how that's a false start, but everyone's scrambling. The dump off, and it's... Oh! And we were just speaking of him. It looks like Declan Costello just dropped the sure-handed pick. I mean, he's not going to get an easier one than
Wow.
that this year.
Wow.
That was thrown right to him, right at his
Whoa.
chest, and it was dropped. We said the conditions are wet here tonight, but you're not going to ask for much more easy.
No,
than
not
that.
at all.
That's-
Not at
I
all.
mean,
That's insane. That's
that was like
insane.
taking candy from a baby right there.
And he
That's
had
just
the
about as easy as
opportunity.
it gets.
He had the
He
opportunity.
had the opportunity.
I wonder if he didn't try
But
for
that
the
play,
ball,
man, and
Tom would have got it. So, like, that...
is that one you miss on purpose and let your number one receiver grab that?
don't know.
You can't. That's thrown right to his chest. I mean, you gotta go for it.
No.
That's not. So far, Shane Green. This is not Shane Green. A couple bad passes, one right there should have been a turnover. It's 3rd down now. On to the defense
to.
is calling for a false start. Pump fakes and throws one into the dirt. And another stop by the Costellos, man. This defense is impressive tonight.
Time check, over.
4th down. Beacon Bikes punting for the 3rd time so far this game. And I'm telling you, Ali showed up, and he is bringing energy.
I mean, Ali brought the energy. Tom
and now
brought
he
some
is
speed.
chatting. He is chatting. And there's no Ali without a couple words coming out of
not
his
at
mouth.
all, not at all. And that's
And
why we love
what-
him, you know?
And that's what sets the edge for him.
Absolutely.
8 minutes left in the half.
8 minutes left
8
in the
minutes
half.
to go. 0-0 here, folks. We know it might not look like a great game, but it is a defensive battle. The defensive minds are rolling here. They're locked in. And sorry, that was a turnover on downs. That was a turnover on downs, mind you.
Wow,
we made a mistake
they
here.
did go for
They
it.
went for it
That's
on
a
4th and
huge
short.
mistake.
I thought they had the first down already. That is our fault in the booth. Blitz on 1st down.
Oh my
looking right. And he throws crossfield, and it's dropped by Flynn. We said the ball's going to be wet tonight, but these are a lot
Two
of
drops.
drops.
Two drops tonight between the
and these are
Costellos.
not going to stop. I do
No,
not
they're
expect
not.
the drops to stop.
And we just heard from ground control, and they said, quote, Tom Flynn is back. Tom has notably dropped a lot of balls in the rain, but
Do you wear gloves in the rain, or are you a
see.
no gloves guy, Rich?
I would say gloves in the rain.
Gloves in the rain.
I would say gloves in the rain.
Yeah, he's got a lot of time, only rushing one. Declan is patrolling, throws a good ball to LePere over the middle, and he is pulled down at the 20. I mean, if you give Declan that much time, he's going to pick
He's
you
gonna
apart.
find somebody.
He's going to
He's
pick
gonna
you
find
apart.
somebody open,
You-
especially with guys like
You
Tom
got to
and Nick.
rush more than two
You know?
against Declan.
Absolutely.
I think the more
You
pressure
should-
you put on him, the better off you are. I think when you give him all the time in the world like that, he'll pick you apart on it.
You should always rush too.
Yeah, you gotta.
There's never not a time.
I don't
where
mind. I don't mind bumping out while the 3 seconds are being counted, and you kind of
and
guard the
doing
guy out of
like
the backfield for a
that.
second. But as soon as those 3 seconds hit, you better have 2 going at
That's
the
what I'm
QB.
saying. It's
Because I mean, there's just
People
not
try.
enough people. There's not enough ground to cover.
It's never worked.
No,
It's never worked.
no, not at all. And quite frankly, if he's gonna throw balls like that, I mean, Costellos are gonna be in good
Absolutely
hands.
good
'cause
hands.
That was a pretty ball.
What do we got here? We got
Ali in the slot. He wants some touches on offense.
Four.
He's running across her. He
what
goes
a-
towards
what a-
LePere up high, and it is dropped by LePere. But that's a high ball. But again, if it hits your hands, I was always in the notion if it hits your hands, you got to catch it.
I agree with that. Ladies and gentlemen, Joey Ferrone pulling the
LePere will
pin.
tell you he got to catch that one. He's shaking his head.
I know.
But it is third down now. Third down and goal from the 15-yard line. Fourth and long. Fourth and long. They're setting up for the kick. Dennis down here on the kick. Don't know much about him as a kicker, but we're gonna find out.
He's
quite
got
shortly.
he's got a good kick.
He's got a good one.
kick on him. And before he does this, I want to let everybody know Justin Warner predicts a 10-7 Costellos win.
Okay,
So
10-7.
this would be their 3 points.
Listen, you're saying there's a chance.
I am. I
Let's
absolutely
tune
am.
in.
Here we go. Down.
The crowd quiets down. It's like a golf shot. He goes, the
Boom.
kick,
Oh my
and
God.
it's hit low and
Oh
hard,
my
and it almost
God.
takes
Oh
Jai
my
got it
God.
out. Oh, my God.
That was a horrible kick.
You told me he was good. There's a flag on the
Right.
play.
Flag on the play.
I don't know if it's flag for how bad the kick was or if he's dead serious. And he picks it up again. He's got to stop picking these flags up. He's confusing us in the booth. But again, that is a missed kick. You lied to me. You said he had a good leg.
Joe,
it is what
That's
it is.
bad.
We'll give him the
That's
benefit
bad.
of the doubt.
I-
It's the first
I
one of the day. It's
apologize.
wet out. You know,
Jeez.
he might have hydroplaned. You know when the water gets in between the tire and the
I
car.
don't-
You know
I-
the
I
water
don't
could
know
have
about
got
that,
in
Joe.
between the foot. I'm trying to help him. Not ideal. And this sets up Beacon Bikes. They are not pinned. This is their first drive, not being
Not
pinned
pinned.
inside their 15-yard
Yes,
line.
that is
They
very
have
true.
some wiggle room here.
Very, very true.
I would not be surprised if Shane Green on this fourth drive of the game puts something together for them.
He can. He has
He's
the
looking right. They're
opportunity.
looking for this out route. That out route is
Great
open
out route.
all game. Slips, but that's a 5-yard gain. That is going to be open all game, and I don't be surprised if they come out, they run that out route, Sugar Shane pump fakes, and Mahan turns it upfield. I won't be surprised if they pull
yes,
that. They
they
ran
might.
that now twice. If I was a defensive guy, I would be looking for the out and up coming up. Second down here.
Prucci's done a great job with this team.
Yeah, of course.
You know, coming into the season, we
can't
weren't
tell.
sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's second down. Second down, it's short.
Second and short.
They go for the out route again. Oh, and he's turning it upfield. He tried to do it.
He did.
And it looked
There
like,
it was almost
and
there.
Declan was all over it. Declan was all over it. And they're talking
and
about
Shane
it.
was nearly sacked. So
Yep. He said.
He said it was second down.
Yeah, I think they got the first down. I think the marker is ahead of the first down. It's hard to tell out here, folks. We do not have lines, so we are trying our best. I hope you understand that. Mike Malona is on the sideline.
What down is it?
There's been trade rumors with Mike Malona. They got the first. It is
Thank you.
second down. My thing here is Mike Malona is on the sideline. I've heard it from multiple sources. He has requested a trade.
He requested a trade from Baja.
What a play from the
What
trade.
a play from Jason Anelek.
So get back to what you were saying.
Oh, so he requested a trade from Baja, and that's pretty much it.
And that's it. And he is now here at the Costellos Beacon Bikes game.
I'm not
Hopefully
gonna lie.
putting a name out there for
I'm
himself.
not gonna lie. When he pulled up, I thought he got traded.
And
I was like,
I've
what
heard
the
through,
hell?
I've heard through the grapevines that Costellos are the biggest keen on him.
Yes.
Sugar looking to go deep here, getting pressure, throws one up,
Oh!
and almost picked off my Mr. McDowell.
Steve McDowell.
That is a tough pass there, man. That's one Suge might want to have back because that was dangerous. Fourth and long, Shane
4
punting for the
minutes
fourth
left
down. Costello's
in the
defense
second
is showing out. Shane punts one deep into their territory, and that is a touchback.
We're going to try to mess with this.
Costello's will start the ball at the 15-yard line.
Is that better? I don't know. Is it better?
Marion doesn't have a towel
He
around
does
his head.
actually.
He does.
It's in his pocket.
It is in his pocket.
I've
Gavin
been-
with
I've
the
been
call.
I've been seeing him pull it out.
So that's a veteran move there. You got to have a towel. You got to drive the ball off for your quarterback as much as you can.
Yeah, you see the weight? Stick
Yeah.
See, if I'm a defensive coordinator now, I am putting pressure on the QBs. With
Absolutely.
this wet ball, it's going to be tough to push the ball
Absolutely.
downfield. You have to put pressure. You got to force turnovers. You can't let them have time. Both ways. Both ways.
It's true. It's true. Which means, back to what we were saying, you have to rush too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got to
you
rush
have to
too.
rush too. You just need
Let's
to.
see here. Costello 8 yards back.
we go.
Looking left. Throws the ball behind
Ooh.
K. Kurt. That's a good grab, though, but
Good
he is
grab.
brought down by Dash and Millie there.
I mean, that's a good play by Dash too,
Yeah.
though. That's a good play
Dash
by all
slow to
around.
get up, but nevertheless, what a play. What a play. I mean, that's not a great ball, but that's a great catch by K. Kurt.
Yes, yes.
Going behind him, reaching behind him, I mean,
You know, good receivers
That's all you can
help
ask
their
for.
quarterbacks in that sense. You know,
that's all you can ask for as a
And-
QB.
I mean,
He's playing hard.
exactly.
Second down and long here, folks. Second down and 15. Dowd is in. McDowell to the sideline. Varian, you can see the towel hanging out of his pocket. He has 2 knee braces on. I'm
Yep,
sure if
coming
he
back
could
from
wear
an injury.
3 more, he could.
One for its cock.
Oh, Jesus. Excuse us.
Sorry.
LePere out of the
here
backfield,
we go.
running a crossing route. He's looking the other way to Flynn, and
Oh
he
my God!
drops
Second
another.
drop for Tom Flynn. I mean,
We said it started to rain, but that is another drop on the field. That is the 3rd drop by the Costello so far?
yes, on both
That's
sides of
3.
the ball. Yes, 3 drops.
No, 4. LePere had another one.
Yes, I
There's
forgot about
4
that one.
Drops.
4.
4 drops so far for the Costellos. And you got to think where they would be without those 4 drops.
In a better spot, Joe. In a better
Oh,
spot. I'll give you that. So 2-minute warning.
You can't.
We're
you can't
0-0, and we're about to go into half. So let's see. Maybe
Yeah,
they-
this is a
hopefully
big
they-
3rd down. This is the 3rd
they
down
cook
and
something
long.
up
It's a
here.
3rd down and 15.
But if you're Declan, what are you cooking up? Your deep balls aren't working.
You got to go to LePere here. I like the idea of LePere out the backfield, but he is a weapon pushing down the field. And if he gets time, you got to create time for Costello here. Without time, you see Ali in the backfield here looking for the blitz. I'm sure he will pick up any blitz. They are blitzing.
Yep.
Quick throw to K-Core and
Goes
stuff.
nowhere.
Stuffed. And the Bikes take a timeout.
Timeout.
Costellos will punt the ball. And it will be Beacon Bikes ball here with 1:40 to go. Davis ensures us that it's fourth down. The Tree looking to punt another one. And you got to expect a big kick here. With that big of a leg, you got to expect a
Jason
boom.
Analek legs are the size of me. I think.
They might even be bigger.
They
you can argue that.
You can make.
Oh.
Hey.
And it comes out with a little
That
slice.
Was a heavy
It
punt,
was
man.
a shank, and it gets to
Shanked it?
right about the 50-yard line. That is not ideal, but again, the way Costello's defense has been playing, I would not be surprised if they get another stop here. And we go 0 donuts into halftime.
Well,
Let's
we
see.
go.
Let's see. I think they have 2 timeouts. They just wasted one on the punt. 2 timeouts here for Beacon Bikes.
yes,
Perucci looking to
two
dial
timeouts
something
for
up.
Beacon Bikes.
Perucci, I would not be surprised if he cooked something up in that huddle.
I mean, Perucci has been doing well. I said before, but he's been doing really well as a
Yep.
coach.
And Beacon Bikes is
Beacon
known
Bikes has
to
been
run some
doing
hurry
great.
ups, so they're going to be fine in the
They're
hurry up.
1-1, but
Looking for that out route again to Mahan. And
Jason Analek with a
he gets
huge grab.
pulled by the
A
tree.
huge grab. Jason, I mean, when these guys are on defense, all we talk about is Jason Analek.
I mean, he is.
He's doing a great job.
He was in the running for most improved player last year. I think.
Absolutely.
He had a game-sealing pick against us last winter. I mean, he is
That was one of the greatest plays of last season, I believe. Joe.
he is for the value he gets out of his position where he gets drafted at.
It's great
the
value.
value is
and a
immense
great
every
guy,
year.
And
Yep.
a guy who's going to show up and
And
be
he's going to give
involved,
you his
and it's
all.
Perfect.
Sidearm throw to
Jaya
Jaya Goddard.
open.
He
Oh
gets
my
missed
God.
there. But LePere to clean up Ferrone's mess.
Ferrone, third game ever.
Third game ever. He's new here, but listen,
But
we're
you gotta
excited.
make plays
gotta
like
make that play.
You gotta make plays. You
that
know, you
play.
want to be out there. You gotta grab a flag.
And
once in a while.
LePere's jersey is dirty already. You can't even see his number on the back of his
No,
jersey.
you can't.
He is giving it. There's no LePere without a
field-
dirty jersey. Let me tell
The
you.
field's muddy, but it's not that muddy.
No, I expected it to be in worse condition.
It's okay.
Our team was mad that they're playing tonight, and we got rained out last week.
No, last week was.
Last
was
week it
worse.
rained for 3 days straight, and
Yeah,
then
last week we had to cancel or reschedule, not cancel.
we have some fans here. We
Ladies
have
and
more
gentlemen,
people
the
showing
one
up.
and only Ryan McKeon.
Mr. McKeon is here with a bald head. He got a bald head.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Ryan McKeon went bald. I don't know if anybody's seen him.
Sugar Shane, third down,
Here we
rolling
go.
right. Looking
Shane
to throw
Michael Green.
cross field to Goddard over his head,
Ooh,
out of reach.
little high for Goddard.
Almost came down with it though, and it looks to be. Is it fourth down and long here or third and long? It's one or the other, folks. I think it's third and long here. Clock is running.
Clock running. No timeout called by
Shane Green
Gucci.
giving signals to Luke Mahan. I'm not sure if it's sign language or routes, but they are blitzing Shug.
probably a
He's
route.
running the ball. Gets pulled down by LePere. LePere is everywhere. LePere is grabbing flags left and right. And that is a high level move. That's a classy move by LePere. Hands Sugar Shane the flag back when he could have put it on the ground and
it just
wasted more
shows-
time.
It just
That's
shows
class.
the character from LePere.
That
you
is
know?
class.
And that,
All class
that
move from
Joe
LePere
is
there.
something that we don't have a lot of in
No,
this organization
no, we need
anymore.
more of it. We need more of that.
People like that will, I believe, bring it back
Yeah.
to what it once was.
For sure. For sure.
So we have a third down for the Costellos here.
Third
I'm
down?
sorry, Beacon Bikes here.
Third down. Sorry, it's third down now. They must have just picked up the first.
Did they use a timeout? Is this timeout?
Yeah, they called it timeout.
That's ground control.
That's their set.
Was that just a timeout just there? Over?
They have one timeout remaining.
One timeout remaining.
Third down from the 25. Zeke Bando looking to protect
Here
two
we go.
rushers. Ali coming from the left. Sugar Sane looking left, throwing left.
Oh.
Short throw. It is a catch. Someone was calling incomplete on the sideline right in front of it, but they just disregarded his incomplete.
They said AJQ, F off.
They're setting up for a quick kick right here before halftime, before clock expires. It's a chip shot. Good from Sugar
It's
Shane.
good. It's good from Shaner. Kick is good.
Does that count? Over?
How are you?
They are arguing time. They are arguing the time. It looks to be good, though, folks.
And we put in the call.
Beacon Bikes gets the field goal before time expires at halftime, and that is how we end the first half. 3-0 Beacon Bikes leading going into halftime, and you got to expect those are huge points when it's going to come down to the final score.
I mean, at this point, if they don't score for another half, it wins it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's great
that is-
execution from
that
Green
is-
coming down here, getting the team lined up, getting the field goal unit on the field.
Absolutely.
You can't draw that up better if you're Beacon Bikes.
Absolutely.
That is what you want coming into halftime.
They did good.
And who
They
gets
did
ball
really
here at
bad.
halftime?
The bikes.
I think Beacon Bikes gets it. So should we mute and come back?
Yeah.
We'll be back, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be
Quick
back.
intermission. Quick intermission.
I get replaced?
Uh-oh, he's coming back.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Replacement.
He said replace me.
I can play with this thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Chase Green joining the booth
First time up here.
for halftime.
Real exciting game here.
Yeah, I know. 3-0.
3-0.
Defensive battle.
The booth to ground control over.
Defensive battle. Lack of
I know.
offensive battle.
I know. Lack of offense. Let's see what Sugar Shane here can do on his first drive in the second half. Looking over the middle to Trevor
Did he get it
Zamudio.
off? Did he get it off?
That's a big question. Yeah.
Ali T.
Ali T, you
That's
heard
why-
him.
that's why we
Yeah,
love
he
him.
did.
Honesty,
He got
man.
it off.
Great guy.
Great guy. That's a good throw. Trevor Zamudio, 3 catches early, looking like Sugar Shane's favorite target with Gio Bally out today.
His first game of the year. Trevor.
First game of the year. That's another note to have. I mean, what a presence. He's making it felt. First game of the year. Gio Bally, they're a little shorthanded today, Beacon Bikes, but Shane Green, again, a veteran, he's gonna make it happen regardless of who you line up with
At the
him.
same time, though, it kind of cancels out with no,
No
hog.
hog. Yeah,
for
you are right. You are
Costellos.
correct. We talked
So
about that earlier.
Neither team at full strength.
Yeah, neither team nowhere near full strength.
Looks
but
like
again-
LA team might be blitzing here. No.
No.
Holds off.
Pump fake. Pitches to Lang. Shane coming back, lead blocking, gets shed off. Lang
with the
throws
throw!
it
Oh!
to Mahan. Crossfield.
thought?
Mahan
Needs to
making
break a
moves,
tackle. It
and he
does
gets
not break
pulled
the
down by
tackle.
Flynn at the 50. That might have been the best throw of the day, and it comes from Johnny Lang. The old quarterback, the man who got written off, who he got exiled for years for quitting on his team, comes back and throws an absolute dime 25 yards downfield.
That's a highlight of the week right
Yeah.
there. You know, right, Chase?
that
Right,
better,
that was my
Chase,
quote.
if you're in the booth, you got to talk.
No, I'm letting
All
him
right?
take. He had the spotlight. He was going on about Johnny Lang.
Don't green this, all right?
and they hurry up, they get on
He
the
was my quarterback back for the Barking Frogs, one of the greatest teams
I
ever
was on that
assembled.
team.
And he's going. LaPere misses
Oh!
right before the first down.
I was
He's
on
out
that
of
team
bounds.
as well. I lasted about 2 quarters into the season that year. I don't know if you remember that.
Were you supposed to be our QB?
Thank you.
Was that it?
No.
And then Johnny Lang stepped in?
No, I think he was just our QB in our first game. Me and him had some words and whatever, and I think I left the field that day. And
No, that is correct.
that's a day we don't talk about often.
No,
Now look at you.
That was good. Now look at
you.
Now I'm back
You
and
got
I'm
your own
happy to
team in
be
front of
back.
you.
I'm happy to be back.
And Romanova takes the field on Thursday night.
I know.
Ready,
We need
ready
to
to
bounce back.
back.
Big bounce back after week 1. You know, not a pretty performance, but we're hungry. We're hungry to get back out there. What is this? Third down right here, I think. 3rd and short.
Holy
Oh,
dude.
no. Oh,
he
he's
takes a
taking
shot
a
deep.
shot to Mahan. Down
it's
the
caught.
sideline. and
Touchdown.
What a ball.
It's caught.
What a catch. It's going to be close if he got in or not. Jack had the camera. They call it a touchdown. It's called a touchdown on the field, and that's going to be big. If
Oh, it looks like, is that Aiden? He looks like he hasn't done at the 1.
Wow. It goes from a touchdown
from
to
the
being
spot at
down
the
at the
one.
1. I've never seen it. I've never seen a referee flip his script like that
This
before.
might be
But
reviewed.
they're
I think they're looking at the
100%
camera
going to
footage
camera.
right now.
Jack Shee, he was right in front of that one, so I do expect
You
him to
can't
have a
butcher
good
this
view.
call here. Great play. Something similar like that last week with the same player on our
Mahan.
team.
Yeah.
And he was down at the 1.
Listen,
but
he's been a force. He's had 3 big bombs each of the weeks. He had one against us week 1, I think one against you guys last week, and now another one.
and he had some great catches last week on Carter's
And we're
side.
getting the death stare from Mohammed.
And I think I just watched Around the Turf. He's a little unhappy that he's not up here.
Uh-oh.
And he's got the open invite whenever he
Mose
wants. But
Touchdown.
call on the field is overturned. Aiden's call is overturned. Touchdown.
It is a touchdown, and Jack Shee, he must have had a good angle there, folks. And what a throw by Shane Green to open the second half. It is now 10-0 Beacon Bikes in the rain.
Who was the corner that was covering there? I mean,
I'm
not much you can do there. Perfect
yeah,
throw
I
over
mean
the top.
that's a beautiful ball. Again, though, you have to emphasize being over the top. You can't give up big plays like that in flag football because those are the ones that come back and haunt you.
Especially on a rainy day like today where there's not
you
going to be
gotta
much
make
offense.
them. You gotta make them drive down the field. People have been dropping balls left and right. That's one you want back if you're the Costellos, and I'm sure they're drawing something up here.
Something probably not too good.
No, not at all. I can't see fucking shit. There we go.
45 McDonald's is the defensive call.
I don't know what that means, but that sounds pretty yummy to me. 45 McDonald's. That sounds like Owen Lynch. Uh-oh. Running his out route. Gets
Lang.
tipped.
Oh, and he still
Tip
picks
from
it
Lang,
up.
and he still reeled in there from LePere. I mean, that's great concentration.
Good reflexes right
Yeah,
there.
that's hand-eye coordination. That goes back to the baseball days right there. That's baseball
That's Rich
one-on-one.
LePere right there.
Yep.
Straight from the sandbox. Just teaching them.
That's reps. That's called the
Exactly.
reps. Declan, it looks like he's
A little
getting
bit of a
deeper
hurry
and
up.
deeper in the shotgun as this pressure ensues. Look at the little guys making something happen. Lang coming across.
Wide open. McDowell
Wide
can't bring it
open
in. A little
drop.
low, but it still should be caught.
Yeah, I agree.
Time check, Finn.
And again, you got to think if the rain plays a factor into that. Third down. This is a big third down. You do not want to give it a Beacon Bikes down 10-0 because they can make it 3 scores really quick, as
And it
we
looks
just
like
saw.
maybe their offense is clicking now. We
Yeah.
saw the Johnny Lang pass, and then 1 or 2 plays later, a touchdown.
Yeah, and right before half, they drove all the way down and they got a field goal. I mean, they've been moving the ball, so these are dangerous territories here for the Costellos. They need to make something happen right here.
Good call. I
Third and looks like 12 or 13 here.
Yep,
Not any blitz.
blitzing him, rolling right. He's
I thought
running
Bohm
this.
got him. But Johnny Lang will.
Johnny Lang makes a diving play, and Declan is visually upset. And the Costellos are going to have to punt here.
Thank you, Finn. We are totally not watching.
Costellos are going to have to punt here.
And Johnny Lang, I tell you, with that little delayed,
Yeah, I mean, I said, we spoke about this
Delayed
early in the
coverage.
broadcast. The small guys on the defensive line, they're a force
if
here
you
in
just
the
think
summer.
about it, yeah, Nick Lentini, Bohm, even last year, Lucas.
They're a force, man. Me and my coach, the Can, we had a big discussion coming into this week to get the little guys involved on the defensive line. And don't be surprised come Thursday if you see Romanova come out with some small guys on the line. Because, again, they've been a factor to start this year.
Yeah, him.
And honestly, D-line's not bad. It's fun,
Yeah.
especially.
No.
What do you say?
He's at 7
For the
he's at
season?
7 already. The record's 7.
And Bohm's going for Hog's sack record, just broken
We
last
spoke.
year.
Yeah, we spoke about this early. We said 3 people could break it this
Exactly.
year. Libas and Perez, who has I think 6 so far. You have Nick Lantini, who had 5 last game, and I'm pretty sure he has 7 as well. And you have Hayden Mame, who has 7 as well. That's 3 people halfway
We're not
there.
even halfway through the
and
season
we're not
yet.
even halfway through
Exactly.
the season. That's incredible. I expect a lot of records to be broken
And I think
this
this
year.
might be partially due to more in-depth stats being taken. Like
True.
back
true.
in the day,
yeah,
you know.
True. You never
Like
know.
no
what you
Fly
get, yeah.
probably has 15 on a season or something crazy like that.
Right.
And it's just not documented.
They're looking to
Oh.
take another shot.
Oh no, the out
breaks
route.
it off.
Right right before the first. But he goes past
They're
it.
just picking on this left side of the field here. I'm not sure who it is, but they are consistently going at Luke Mahan over here. That's Luke Mahan, right? Sometimes I get the brothers confused,
Yes,
you
Luke
know.
Mahan.
Perucci is drawing the ball off after every play. That is a veteran leadership move. That's
That's what
something
you like
you
to
want
see
out
from
of
your coach. And
Yeah,
he hustles off the
100%.
field every play.
He is
you know.
invested. That's someone who is showing you he is invested. I believe they picked up the first down on that
They
play,
did.
so it's going to be 1st and long here. J.J. Sheehy shows up.
Hey,
The
coach.
man, the myth, the legend.
And they're calling audibles here. Ali T taps his head.
Ali
It
T
means
is
he's going.
blitzing.
It's not gonna.
Plows over Trevor Zamudio. That is and a shuffle pass.
Oh, that is
Green
beautiful.
gets rid of it.
Got her.
And I don't
Will he
know-
take it to the crib? Just
Did
has
he-
to beat Flynn, and he does. It looks like it's gonna be a touchdown.
Did he cross the
I
line?
think they will
They're
review this play,
they're
but I don't think he
arguing-
crossed the line.
Is that
It doesn't look like it. It looks like it's a touchdown.
like there's
And
not much
what
of an
a
argument.
play.
Got it. Thank you.
Can we run it back? Give us a sec. I thought it was close.
I thought it was good.
No.
no.
Wait, let's check real quick.
I thought it was.
We're not gonna have a good angle from this.
I thought it was
this-
pretty
I
close.
thought it was.
All right, so they're right there. It's gonna be tough to see. Right there.
Oh.
That's too close to call.
Oh. It is too close to call. Play is under review.
I mean, this just goes to show you, like, 3 and out from the Costellos,
Yeah.
and then one play later, we got a
And
touchdown.
you get, this is going to be hard to review. It's one of those ones where the call on the field might just stand here
We need
overall.
substantial evidence here.
There might not be, and there's a lot of arguing. I thought it was pretty close, but again, this is a tough angle up here in the booth. We were not directly in line with the line of scrimmage, so it's hard to see up here.
And even if we were, we'd still need probably a slow-mo video because
Yeah.
it was that close.
Yeah.
All right, so he was over the line. So
Oh, it might be.
And it's coming
And
back
he
here.
was over the line.
Over the line.
He was over the
And
line.
looks like she had a good angle
I knew
there.
it was close. I knew it was close.
Wow.
Wow. That is a big,
That is huge.
big swing.
Hopefully the Costellos
We-
can build some momentum
We
off of
just
this.
thought the game was over. We just thought it was going to be 17-0.
And then 3 and out again from the Costellos. But now,
Yeah.
let's see if they can get a stop here.
Now it is 10-0. 2nd and long. This flips the whole drive on its head. This is a big momentum swing for the Costellos here. As the touchdown gets called back due to video evidence, that's got to hurt as the Bikes. You were looking to put the game away early in the 3rd quarter, and
Let's see how they bounce back here.
yeah,
What
you
are
got
they
to
gonna-
keep it positive. The ball is all the way down the.
They can't seem to find the game ball here.
The game ball is
And Dash had it in his hand. A little hidden ball trick.
Dashamilli. The teammate trying to sabotage his own team. That's one you gotta wonder what's going on. Who paid him? You gotta wonder what's going on there. Mike Bologna is on the sideline. We've talked about multiple trade rumors with Mike Bologna. He's asked for a trade. He is getting reps. He is trying to show off for possibly his new team, either the Costellos or Beacon Bikes.
And that's why he's here, maybe, to show his interest in,
That's
both,
what I
in
said.
both of these teams.
If I'm a
Yeah.
coach of these teams, I got to look at this and be
He's
like,
here,
this
he's ready
guy
to
is.
play.
This guy said he's ready. Shane drops back 2nd and long. Look at Mahan's way. Come back again, and they are picking on Stephen McDowell. I hate to say it, but Mahan is having a game, and Mahan's a great player. That is no small task.
And it seems like the Costellos' plan is to keep everything in front, but that
Yeah.
doesn't seem to be working too well. They're just leaving way too much room in front of the
Yeah,
corners.
100%. And you got to think he's consistently going to Mahan. So I would start keying into Luke Mahan.
Maybe we see another pass from Lang
Yeah,
sometime
you gotta
soon.
force Green to go somewhere else. I think that's the key. He's consistently shown that Mahan is the guy. You gotta force him to go somewhere else. Big D, that pause on that, Ali T. Muhammad. That was a little suspect.
What do you do?
He said Big D. I respect it though. This is a big stop. 3rd down, 15.
Oh, and
Sugar
Perucci
Shane
almost gets
drops
run
back.
over.
Ali T spin move, looking to make a play, gets it off, tipped
Oh,
by
what a
LePere,
catch.
and it's picked off by LePere. LePere with maybe the
Little
biggest
tip
play
drill.
of the season so far.
Look at that.
Picks the ball off. What a play.
And this goes back
What
to our
a
momentum
play.
shift.
Yep, 100%. The touchdown is called back, and now Costellos gets the big turnover they needed, and they're right back in this Chase Green. I mean, you can't ask for a better setup if you're the
And
Costellos.
Declan only has to drive half a field now after
Yep.
that big stop. I mean, you can't ask much more of him.
You cannot ask much more. I mean, that is huge. The game was just swung in 3 plays there. I mean, going back to the touchdown and that, I mean, and this is what makes the BFFL exciting. You are never out. You are
That is
never out.
Very true.
It is 10-0. Would have been 17-0. We had a big touchdown called back.
6.5 minutes left in there.
And you know, I'm excited to see that video later when it gets
Yeah,
released, just to
yeah.
see how
That's gonna be a
obvious
big
it was,
talk.
because they're not just gonna overturn it if it was close.
No,
It
no.
probably had to
There
be
had to
clear
be
as day.
substantial evidence. LePere now in the backfield after the big
And they're
turnover.
gonna run it,
Pitch,
reward him a little bit.
pitch, and and he gets
Oh.
pulled by Dashamilli.
And some confusion on the field. It looks like he was down around.
Not sure. They're giving him a big spot though.
Maybe he wasn't down. It doesn't look like it.
Wow. Oh no, they're backing it up. Maybe not.
Maybe not. And I just
I don't
remember
think
saying
they are.
everyone thought you were down, so
No,
I don't
yeah.
think he was down.
That could have been dangerous. Joey Ferrone, the first-year player, lines up. That's someone you want on
Yeah,
your
that brings
team.
it up. Who do you got for Rookie of the Year so far? Your lead contender.
It's a difficult pick. I mean, can you go a lineman? It's tough to go offensive lineman. Joe Ferrone, we just spoke of him. Oh, almost stumbles coming back across. He's high
Oh, he has a little cut.
Cuts up, drops one, and he gets slammed down to the ground. I'm surprised that's not a flag. Going back to the Rookie of the Year, you have Zeke Bando, you have Tommy Joseph on the line. Those are two offensive linemen. I don't know. They don't get a lot of stats, so I'm curious to see how that folds over time. Do they play it?
They're just in there to
Yeah.
protect their QB,
Yeah.
and they're doing a really good job of it so far this
100%.
season.
So do you
especially-
play that
especially
into
Tommy Joe.
factor, or do you go with someone who has stats? And if that's the case, I'm not sure who'd be the Rookie of the Year. Who's the first year guy who's been killing?
I
as a
know
skiller?
the guy in Baja, Chappelle, I
Oh,
think.
Chappelle is one.
He has some good
Chappelle
looks
is one.
this
He's got
year.
good hands. Yeah, that's a good one. Besides that, I'm not sure how many newcomers we have first year
I'm
players.
just trying to think in my head.
Thank you.
Do we got
Yeah.
any newcomers on our team? Yeah, that's it. We only draft.
Yeah, it's
established
tough.
players.
There's not many rookies this year. My big question was,
Zeke Bando.
yeah,
Bando,
you
yes,
said that, but we
yep.
said the offensive line, it's tough getting stats as O lineman.
Yeah.
Unless they play that into factor, and I would not be surprised if it goes to an offensive lineman this year. I really would not be surprised.
Comeback player of the year, I think. Right now, leading contender, it's got to be Johnny Lang.
Johnny Lang, maybe some Libas Perez, maybe.
Ooh, true.
If that's allowed,
Also
Matt
Matt
Sturman,
Sturman.
that's another one. That's gonna be a big time award this year.
Good award right there.
That's gonna be a big time player. Declan dropping back to pass here.
Blitz coming.
Second and goal.
Will he be quick enough?
Rolling
Yes, he
out,
will.
dumps it off to Flynn. Flynn
gets it
reels
in.
in the first ball of the day. He had 2 drops prior to that, and he reels this one in. 3rd down and 10.
Maybe just had to see one fall through, and
That's
now,
it. It's
now
like
he's ready.
It's like what they used to say in basketball. You know, you make a layup or two, and you're ready to shoot. Got to see the ball go through the hoop.
Pull a SGA, get to the line, see
That's
the free
it.
throw go through.
That's it. 3rd down now at the 10-yard line. These are 2 big plays. I expect them to go for this if they don't get this.
And I think maybe a little screen pass or something short to LePere.
Yeah,
here.
you gotta be
put it in
looking
LePere's
LePere. You
hands.
gotta be looking towards LePere. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, there's 2 guys, LePere and Flynn. You cover those 2. You make Costello go somewhere else. You got the odds are on your side. But again, if LePere and Flynn are involved, you better be careful. You're treading on untreaded waters.
Maybe some trickery here.
Yeah,
They had a
LePere in
long
the
huddle.
backfield. Flynn split out to the left. Pitch to
Just a little
LePere,
pitch
running
and block.
left, heading up the field.
Looks like he was
Looks like he
down
got
just short of the goal line.
That's a big play.
4th down.
Short,
4th and
and it's
short.
4th and goal
Oh,
for. It
no.
looks like maybe from the 3-yard line.
Got it. Thank you.
I mean, that is a huge play on the defensive end. They do not have a run. They just use their run there.
I don't think they have a blitz either.
No,
'cause
no blitz. This is going to come down to the quarterback play, and this is going to come back down to drawing something up in the huddle, getting
will
someone
Beacon
open.
Bikes go man here,
Is this a
fourth and
quick?
short,
Does this
will they
ball
man?
come out right away, or is this more of a time scramble and try to find something open?
And I don't think that's
You
been
gotta-
working too well with the speed on the
You
Beacon
got to
Bikes.
think. You got to think this
D-line.
ball's got to come out on a quick hitch.
You think he's got to be looking for LePere
Yeah.
here.
I would line LePere and Flynn up on the same side, make it easy for you.
LePere little out route maybe.
Flynn split out right, LePere in the slot to the left. LePere's giving Declan Costello some signals.
And I think they are going man here.
3 down linemen. I liked it covering up.
And he's
Check. Crosser to LePere, tipped, incomplete.
incomplete. And the
Giant
momentum
gets a
shifts
hand on
again.
it. Turnover on downs.
Dowd was wide open on the left side of the field. Everyone forgot about him. He was eligible.
Dennis Dowd sneaks out. Everyone forgot about him.
He was wide
I'm
open.
sure if I'm Declan Costello, you want that
He's
one
going to
back.
watch this one back.
Yeah,
He's going to regret it.
Yeah. But, again, a lot of time left.
Hey, they got to drive 98 yards
Beacon
here.
Bikes is back against the wall. They have not done well with their back against the wall so far tonight. The 2 scoring drives coming from when they got the ball at the 50. So this is, again, this is a big possession for Costello's defense right here. They've been holding, besides that one big play, they've been holding up pretty
send
well.
one here, you know, get a safety, see some sort of
Do you
score
blitz
on the
Shane
board.
Green, though? That's dangerous because
That is
it's a
dangerous.
risk-reward decision
It
there.
is.
It's a safety or you're risking giving up a 40-yard run from Sugar.
Let's see what they do. They might snap it. Oh.
And Ali T. Muhammad jumps off sides. That's a big, smart play call. And you got to think that was Kyle Perucci in the huddle drawing that one up. You got to think. Because that is a great play call.
I think that might be a Shane
Yep.
call, too.
That might be a Shane. You can't count Shane out of that. Shane is a witty guy. That's a big
now,
5
now
yards.
they got some wiggle room back there.
Now their back are no longer against the wall, against that goal line.
Still have to drive 94 yards, something
For sure.
crazy. But can it be done? Maybe it'll take one play.
Shug whispering something to Luke Mahan. You got to be, look, he's going his way.
Wide
Down
open
the middle.
across the
That's
middle.
a good ball. Oh. That's a
Just
good
slips
look.
off his
That's a good look
fingertips.
from Shug. That is the good look. That middle of the field's going to be open in cover 2 all day long. And he looked there, and I'm sure that they're going to be looking there again because that looked open. A little bit of a miscue, a little bit high, but again, the rain, man, is a factor today. It's wet. And that ball that Shane likes to use, it's very slick. I wonder if he's still using the same ball.
I think he is.
That might be why some of these balls have come out a little bit on the funky side today, but nothing less. That deep ball to Mahan was something special.
Kaker gets through.
Yep. Backed up
Safety.
against the wall.
It's
I
a
hear a
safety.
safety call.
I
That is
see
a
the safety.
safety call. Wow. Shane Green
Wow.
gets sacked at the
And now they got
backfield.
some points on the board. Maybe that's
by
what they needed.
The Bear, Kieran Kakor, sacks, gets the safety. What a call.
And once again, those quick guys on the line.
On the line again, I said, man, it's a problem. It is it's a good problem to have, though. What a call, though. That's a safety on the call. I don't know if that was Mafu.
It looks like they're reviewing it, possibly.
Was that Mafu?
And now we have a rare rule once we get a safety. They do a punt return.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
I was not aware of that one, so I was a little thrown off guard there. That would be pretty sick. Imagine that.
That would be
Just
awesome.
running at each other, trying to block. And the safety is the call.
And we might have a scoregami here right now, 10-2.
Yeah.
I don't think this score has ever been done
Yeah.
in flag football.
I bet you if they
history.
kick a field goal, too, it'd be a little bit weirder.
10-5. But now they're within one score.
Now they have to
They
make
score a
the
touchdown and go
long-
for it.
Yeah, long walk down the field to their end to drive all the way back down. 10-2. What's it, coming down to the end of the third quarter here?
About.
Coming down to the end of the third, 10-2. Beacon Bikes leading by 8 here. A big touchdown call back on a 3rd down and long. A little dump off. Shane Green was past the line, though, and that's a big play. Would have been made it 17-0. Now Costello gets the stop, gets a safety. They make it 10-2. Big
Yeah, but
possession coming up.
if you're Kyle Perucci, are you really too worried right now? Costellos have
No.
not shown much promise with their offense today.
No, but you want to end the game as quick as possible.
Very true.
You don't want to let
don't
them hang
wanna
around because
Let them linger, and then they get one lucky
it's
play.
flag
just like
and
that.
anything can
Exactly.
happen. Play action
Play
to LePere,
action,
looking
no
to
one
take
bites.
a shot. No one bites. Dumps off to LePere.
And
Pulled right away by Luke
great
Mahan.
flag grab there.
I like the play design, but I think they just needed one more person out running a route because everyone, 2 people on Tom Flynn and 2 people on Nick LePere, it looked like the
play
middle was
design.
open there. And I didn't see another guy
Questionable
running a
throw
route.
choice. Yes, he was open, but Declan throwing across his body.
Yeah, that was
Not
dangerous.
the best,
That's
recipe for
dangerous.
success there.
That's got to be something. Second down here. Second down and 10. Maybe 5.
And it's about to be the start
That'd
of
be
the
the
fourth
start of the
quarter.
fourth. You heard there from the
10
Jet,
to 2.
my coworker. Good
Lang.
route there, ran. wild throw,
To
though,
no
a little
one.
to the outside. And I just saw his hand. He thought he was going to break to the outside, so that might be a little bit
Do you
of
think that was intended for
miscommunication.
LePere or Flynn? Flynn was a few
No, I
yards
think
behind
that
him.
one was Flynn. I think he was just expecting Flynn to break outside, and Flynn
Mm-hmm.
broke inside. And again, that comes with
Little
the
bit
first
rusty.
game
He's a little
together. Their
rusty.
first game together. It's his first game back. He's
Exactly.
missed the first 2 games. The communication, you expect that to get cleaned up over as time goes on. They will figure that out. This is a big play now. Third down and short here. Third down and 5 yards here.
They have a
Big
run.
play.
I think they might
do have a
utilize
run,
it a little
and you
bit.
see,
a little
and you see
LePere.
LePere in the backfield. I mean, Chase, you called it, and I would expect
Little
this to
pitch to
go.
LePere. There's no way he's not getting 5 yards with what we've seen tonight.
Looks like they're trying to go left. They go left to
And
LePere.
Look at it. Boom. Misses.
Bohm had a chance, missed.
Everyone misses. Doesn't
And it looks like he picked up the first down. Shane's got his hand up as a fist. He's looking for the 4th down call. JQ's giving the first down signal, but again, they disregarded JQ's call in the first half. So
and they
and
disregarded
they
again.
and they disagree again.
Right on cue.
If I was a betting man, I would go against the opposite of whatever JQ says today. I mean, fourth
Short.
down and inches.
This is even bigger.
4th down and inches, no run. Beacon Bites does have a blitz.
No, I think they called a blitz on that play and
Oh, they
said
did call-
Johnny crossed the line before the
Ah,
pitch happened.
so no blitz.
They have a run.
They
if I'm not
do have a
mistaken.
run. Wow.
But what happened
no
down
blitz.
there? They got a nice stop on 4th and short. Can they do it again?
Regardless, this is a huge 4th down. LePere
They'll be
splits
giving
out
them
right, Flynn to
great
the
field
left.
position if they don't get this.
McDowell also to the right. Move Dennis down to the right. Motion LePere. Running a flat route. Looking LePere's way.
He doesn't have his first
Doesn't
read. What's
have
he
it.
going to do?
He's
Airs it
taking
out.
a deep shot.
And not even close.
But I see a flag thrown.
And it's an
A legal
offensive
man
penalty.
downfield. They are going to decline that. That is going to be a turnover on down. And you got to think, you throw the ball down 40 yards downfield on 4th and short.
Well, I saw initial read was definitely LePere, and then I think McDowell was the second read. They were both running short routes.
And he looked
LePere
him
in
off,
motion
and he went to
was definitely the first read.
he went to
Something right
Flynn.
across the first down.
And Costello was thinking about this one again. You got to wonder if he'd rather Flynn be running a short route there, you know.
I don't think there's any need for a long route there.
No.
We all know you're not going to throw it long. On a 4th and short, on a 4th and short scenario,
Fair
it was not meant like that.
Fair enough. And that is a big play. And again, here comes Bikes looking to
Good
go
field
up 2
position.
possessions.
They only need to
They're
run
looking
it
to put the
a
nail
little
in the
bit,
coffin
and
here.
they get a field goal. It's a 2-score game again.
Sugar Shane is giving hand signals to Mahan. You know,
Can't see what that is. It looks like a
nothing good ever comes after the hand signal. You
7
know,
maybe.
and you see Flynn shading his side. You got to expect the post to be open in the middle of the field.
Oh,
and he's
there it is
going to Mahan again.
McDowell.
Oh, just out of the reach of
Almost
Mahan.
brought in.
And Mahan is slow to get up on the play. He seems to be all right. Just off the fingertips. That was
I
another
thought he
great ball
had
by
that
Sugar
one.
Shane. Again, he is throwing balls where only his receiver has an opportunity to catch it. And that's what you want as a QB. Either the ground or the receiver catches it.
And I think you just need safety help over the top there.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be the cornerback's responsibility.
You're putting him. You're asking a tough job. That's a tall
Especially
task.
after what's been going on all day, just
Yeah.
targeting the left side. You
Yeah.
got to shade that side a little bit.
And they're discussing that right now in the secondary.
Look at the bottom, Kyle's jeans.
They need to show help. Yeah, I know. Kyle's jeans shoes has socks have to be soaking wet. He might have trench foot as we speak. Ali T looks like to be lined up off sides, but he takes a step back. Still looks a little sketchy. Motion, rolling right, Sugar Shane.
Zamudio open.
Looks back left,
and
steps
he'll get
right.
it to him.
Zamudio, 5-yard gain. It's going to be 3rd down and long here.
Was
Third
it a
down or
catch?
4th
They're
down?
arguing whether it was inbounds or not.
I'm not sure.
It looks like they're calling it no catch, out of bounds. Oh, JQ has a catch. But
So
will they
I'm
go,
gonna
will they
go.
go
I'm
against
gonna
it?
go no catch from because so far today JQ has not been on point.
Brandon Van Black from the YouTube chat said, throwing 30-yard teardrops in the rain is a wild strategy.
Wow, strategy. It's working so far. 10-2 is the score, so not much
Hey.
offense besides that.
You got to take your shots when the opportunity presents itself. third down here. Third down and short?
Yeah, no, third and
No,
long.
third and
They got
long.
Third and goal.
Third and goal.
But they are in field goal range.
They are in
here,
field.
You would
I
think.
mean,
Tough-
Sugar was nailing
tough
ones
kick,
from the
but-
40-yard line.
Just gonna go for something
Pitch
short
to
here.
Lang. Lang looking to run. Falls.
Holds onto the ball. That's the most important.
And you
part.
got, and that's the turf monster right there, coming up and grabbing ankles right there. You can't blame him on that one. Fourth down and long. This is a big decision. Do you punt it or do you go for the field goal? This is a bomb.
I think they go for the field goal to make it 2-score game.
This is a 45-yarder or 40-yarder, we'll say. No, they back them up 5. This is 45 because 10 of the end zone. This is a 45-yarder. This is a massive kick. Do you pin him deep or do you look to go up 2 possessions? Big decision for
What will they
Perucci and
do?
Green here.
Looks like they're backing up to kick the field goal.
Sugar
They have it on the
Shane
38.
is
It
kicking.
looks like more like
This is a 38 plus 10.
48.
No, 35. These are a little weird. 30 plus 10. This is a 45, 46-yarder, give or take. This is
Let's
a
see.
bomb. Let's see. Suge's got it, though.
Past the
Pulled. A little
distance.
pulled.
No,
No
good. It looks
good.
like it's to the left.
The distance was there, just a little bit pulled. And that is a big
Another
swing.
turn of events here. Ken Costellos finally
Somewhere,
capitalized.
yeah, somewhere where you could have pinned him inside the 10, and you went for the field goal, which I probably would have went for the field goal as well with Sugar Shane kicking. But again, it's risk reward.
9
Now you
minutes left
set
in
him
the
up with a
fourth here.
short field. And Costellos have to capitalize, and they have to go for 2. You got to expect them to go for 2 with a touchdown.
Have to, because we're not sure how many more chances they're going to
And
get.
if I'm Declan Costello, I have to look Nick LePaire's way.
You have to.
You have to.
Just get the ball in his hands. Maybe something, a little screen pass.
The tree is coming on the field, telling them
He's
to
been
hurry
breaking,
up.
He's been breaking tackles all day. I don't see why you don't just
Yeah.
throw short to him.
Yep, I agree. Don't be surprised to run left here. They're setting up everyone on the left side. LePaire in the backfield. Watch the pitch left. Dash is calling it out.
Maybe pitch right.
They
Declan
got a
lead
fake
block.
pitch.
No.
Oh, fumble. They blitz.
And he's down.
Falls.
And he's down. And that will be getting called back because... No, he touched him before. He touched him before. That's definitely going to be down.
And another questionable call. You got to think that that's momentum that hit him. You forced him down. He's got to be down on the contact. But again, they said he didn't touch him.
And they're going to challenge... Perucci's going to challenge that call on the field, and it's definitely going to come back.
So I want to know the challenge
Successful.
rule. I want to know the challenge rule. Is everything challengeable, questionable, or is it you
I
get
think
one
all
a game
scoring plays are reviewable without a challenge.
and then you get
And
one
then I
other
think
one?
you get one challenge
Because this is
per
like the
game.
4th challenge of the game by Beacon Bikes. and I'm just wondering, can you challenge every play? Because again, this would slow the game up
And
a
I think
lot.
if you're successful, I think you get it back.
Okay, fair enough.
But I'm not sure how many
They
you
might
get.
Yeah, they
There
might have
should
been
be a cap on that somewhere.
Yeah, because again, Perucci, he's looking to take advantage of every area he can. And I don't blame him. That's a veteran move.
And he's down, and it gets overturned, just like we thought it would.
Yeah. Wow. Perucci pumps his fist. And you got to think
How
that.
did the refs miss that in the first
Yeah.
place? I thought it was clear as day. It
I
could
mean,
just be our
Barber
angle here.
and Butter had a front row view. I mean, you can never blame the ref. I mean, you can always blame the ref, but we like to keep it family friendly here at the BFFL. Oh. All right. The Can Man. Dressed up in the Yankees jacket. That's an impressive jacket. Uh-oh. Barber's laying the law down. This is what, 2nd down now?
2nd down indeed.
In short? Or
I
did
think-
that sack back them up behind it?
I think the sack backed them up behind it.
So they're 2nd down and long.
And
fake
they to run
pitch.
the down and throw it over the
Going
top to
deep. What a ball! Declan,
What a
perhaps the
ball.
best ball of the year from Declan Costello to Tom Flynn for 45 yards, a 1st down. And they're back in business.
Right in the breadbasket.
That-
Right,
you-
right in stride.
You
Couldn't be
couldn't
better.
throw it better than that.
Could not
That
be
is
better.
a hell of a ball. In between two guys in between Luke Mahan and Jai Goddard, perhaps maybe their two best secondary players. Wow, what a ball. What a ball.
And like we said, Flynn just needed to see one go through.
That's all he needed. He had 3 drops in the first half. That was a big topic of conversation, and he shows up in the second half with vengeance. And Costello looking to stay hot. He better be careful. The confidence doesn't get too high.
Only have 6 players on the field here.
From who?
The Costellos only have 6
No,
players
no,
on.
no. They got 7. Dennis Dowd.
Dennis Dowd, touchdown.
Dennis Dowd makes
And he
4
hits the
people
over.
made. That is he a
What
rookie? Is
play.
he a rookie?
No, he was.
He's down.
He
Oh,
played.
he was down. I was gonna
last
say
summer,
Okay, he
and he's
played
back.
last summer. He is back. I was gonna say that could be a rookie of the year candidate. But
What a
he's
play.
down. Nevertheless,
Oh,
what
who
a
grabbed
play!
the flag? I didn't see that.
Yeah, someone must. I look like Sugar Shane. Look like Sugar Shane, and I'm not surprised.
And what a drive by Costello here.
Yeah, Declan looking to put the finishing touches off. I wouldn't be surprised if a blitz here from Beacon Bikes. Yep,
Shane's
blitz.
going.
Shane's blitzing, rolling out right,
And he has someone
lobbing.
open. And he's
LePere
about
reels it in, but is he out of bounds?
2 feet out of bounds,
And we're
unfortunately.
getting the incomplete call from, looks like Aiden Davis and Mo Deacon.
What a
in the
grab,
end
though,
zone.
just to bring it in.
Yeah. I'm telling you, you go his way, he is bound to reel it in. It's 3rd down and goal now, I believe. 3rd down and goal. Costello's is looking to punch it in. Again, though, Beacon Bikes had a big goal line stop, and again, I wouldn't be surprised if they do it again. You gotta draw something up here. You can't
And they
get
got
too.
Ferrone in the backfield, maybe?
No, that is.
Oh, that's big country.
That is big country.
My eyes, not the best.
I'm confused on what's happening. A holding call has been called. That is a late flag.
Holding call. Maybe we need to check the refs
If
here.
I'm the Costellos, I
little
am
conspiracy
confused. Yeah.
action.
A play has been called. Hog 18 purple.
And who was the flag on?
That's-
Who held? It had to have been on the blitz.
I'm not
I
sure.
just
Yeah.
didn't get the angle.
It's a tough. They're blitzing again. Dumped off to Dickey. I'm telling you, he catches everything his way, and this is a big 4th down.
I think it's 3rd and down because the holding.
Oh, the holding- they
and
accepted
it's
the penalty and it's replay?
Yep. I think that's why they had another blitz there.
I see now. It makes sense. So 3rd down here, 3rd and
3rd
goal.
and 10. It looks
Yeah,
like.
this is a big 3rd down here.
And what
You
will
want to get it
Costello
in the end
draw
zone
up?
on this play. You don't want
Don't want to make it 4th.
to put the pressure on you. You want to make it as
And
easy
here's
as
the
possible.
question: do you trust Dowd to take the kick after missing the first one with only maybe 8 minutes
I
left
think
in
you
the
got to
game?
go for it.
Trust
You're
the
down
defense?
8. You're down 8. I don't think a kick does any good for you. I think you need a touchdown, and I think being
Second down.
Second down. It's a little bit confusing, but all right. Dennis
they-
Dowd slipping again, looking Tom Flynn's way. Jump ball in the end zone.
Incomplete. He catches it and then
He
drops it.
drops it. He tells him to grow up. Ball was dropped. No catch. Incomplete. I'm confused if it's 3rd or 4th
It's going to
now.
be 3rd down here. I think Dennis Dowd's play might have been a 1st down, and we just moved on from there. I could be mistaken, but
They're saying no touchdown. My guess it's.
6 minutes remaining.
Can we get a mic? See what down it is.
3rd down?
3rd down.
Oh,
4th. Shook saying 4th.
and
Suge is
the
saying
refs, the
4th.
refs and players seem to be just as confused
I
as we
see.
are up here.
I think it's 4th down, but who am I? Dowd. I'm telling you, Dowd did not have the 1st down on that play. The first down was the big play to Flynn. The first down was the big.
You are right. Yeah.
The first down was the big play to Flynn at the 30.
And then Dowd.
Yep. Then Dowd. Then that.
And then the play that got
folding.
back,
The
yep.
replay down and third. It should be 4th down here. Barber, it's 4th down.
And that changes everything.
That's
and
it.
And that's big.
And they're kicking it. And they're
They
kicking
are
it. They're
kicking it.
going to Dennis Dowd. They're going to trust him to kick another one. They want to make this game 10-5. This is a risky decision, honestly. I don't know if I do
That
this.
hurts. The referees made the wrong call last
know.
possession, and that changes the
And
play
he
call.
shakes it
wide
again.
left.
That is wide left. That might have been. That was hit to freaking Fishkill. That ball was shanked, a hard shank, and you gotta.
On the way to Ron's ice cream.
You
over
gotta,
there.
you gotta go back to the decision making there. That is a bold decision to make. I said you're at the 10-yard line. What do you have to lose?
They were at the 10-yard line, but they got pushed back, I think,
So they were at the 15. No,
from the holding, yeah.
they were at the 15. That is on
So
us.
still,
Again, you gotta think though. You're 0-2. Do you play for the tie, or are you playing for the low score, or do you play for the win?
and they're trusting their defense here. it
And
seems like.
listen, it's held up all game, but time is running out. Time is running out. Someone's girlfriend is getting restless on the bench. Not sure whose that is, but she's been pacing back and forth. And this is a nerve-wracking game, guys.
She's on the
10
edge
to
of
2
her
game.
seat
Tom Flynn has his
in this
hands
nail
on his head.
biter.
Yeah.
It's 10 to 2 nail biter.
Do we have any other fans? We have one more fan. Not many. It's been a rainy day, rainy night, sloppy day, but
Looks like Mrs. Costello is
She's
here
always
showing
here.
support, and hopefully she comes out again tomorrow night to watch.
she's got to
Finn.
represent her boy.
I think we're pre-canceling.
Looks like they might be pre-canceling. Finn was saying they're gonna try to treat the field tonight in hopes of playing.
Pitch, Lang. Oh no, to Zamudio, and he's
And he's
picked
gobbled up.
Who's that on the play? I can't. Is that Bear again? Kieran Kakor? He's been all over the defensive field today. I tell you that. I did not think he would be that type of presence, but he is a good flag grabber, and he's held his own. They've been really picking on this left side the whole time.
And if I had to put my money on it,
They're
I
gonna
would
go
put
back.
a Luke Mahan out route on this play.
Ooh, they have ran that about 10 times so far this game. Either that out play or they're gonna run the out and up with them.
All right.
We just heard another scoregami quote from CP3O, calling it a scoregami, 10 to 2. Big play here on second down. 2nd and 15. Sugar Shane, everyone split out left. Johnny Lang by himself to the right. Rolls out left, throws Goddard. And he's pulled
And
by
what
Nick
a grab
LePere.
by
Nick
Nick.
LePere is a magnet. He is a ball and flag magnet. 5-yard gain, big third down.
And they just want to keep the clock running
Yep.
here.
If you're the Bikes, you're taking your time here.
And then you're going to pin them down there if you don't get it. And they got to drive the field, which I don't think they've been able to do all day
Yep.
successfully.
Yep. That's where it goes back. Maybe that field goal was huge. If you make it a 10-5 game and you get a stop, you get the ball back, you can go for the win.
And if you're Ollie,
That's 2 missed field goals today. You got to think about that. In short territory, you got to go back to decision making. Maybe do they get Mike Bologna? Mike Bologna,
Ooh,
a
for his
big
kicking
fit
ability.
For his kicking ability, that might be something to look
consider, yeah.
to look to.
100%.
3.5 left.
And if you're LAT after this game and you only finish with 2 points, what are you saying in the team group chat?
I know.
Morale is down,
I know. Look at Sugar Shane,
Goddard
wide
wide
open,
open,
over
and-
the middle. 3 defenders around him,
and
he gets
grabbed.
pulled down. But that is
Well, once
again
again,
a first down Beacon Bikes.
you're down 8 points and you're playing that, keep everything in front. Maybe
Yeah,
it's time for
the
a little
pressure.
defensive change.
Yeah, I agree. You got to start moving up. You got to put pressure. You got to get the ball out quick. At this point, Beacon Bikes is going to take their time. They're going to suck all the life out of the clock, and they're going to run it down. 40 seconds on the clock. Fool's got the call.
How much game time? Probably
I-
just above 2 minutes here. Probably
Yeah.
1 or 2 more plays before the 2-minute warning.
Wow. And you got to think
And if
another
the Bikes
first.
still have the ball after the 2-minute warning, there
Can
might
we
not
get a
be
time
much
check?
hope.
Can we get a time check on the mic?
I checked about. I asked somebody like 30 seconds ago, or like a few plays ago, and it was like 3:44 then.
Okay.
So it's probably like.
So you got to maybe
probably
think
around
on the-
3 now.
You got to maybe think maybe one more first down and this game's over. Possibly. 2-minute warning.
Oh shoot. Okay.
2-minute warning. So I'd have to guess one more first down and this game's over.
This game's almost over.
Reverse pitch to Goddard, and it's a run, and he's pulled for a
And I
loss.
wouldn't
It is a
be
tackle for a
surprised
loss from Court.
If he
Again,
takes 2 knees here and then pins them and makes them drive the field with no timeouts.
that's smart on Sugar Shane. Incomplete pass stops the clock.
Incomplete pass stops the clock. Out of bounds stops the clock.
So he might want to look for a knee, or do you go and try to get
Make
first
him
down?
drive 90 yards.
Yeah. Do you play
With no
risky?
timeouts.
Yeah, the worst you could do is tie. You can't go home
You
with
can't,
a loss.
You can't lose.
No, that is correct. And this is a decision Kyle Perucci.
Not only do
He's
they
on
have
the
to drive
sideline.
the field, they have to get the 2-point conversion as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like Kyle Perucci is letting Sugar Shane drive this. The veteran. Zeke Bando's starting 3 yards in the backfield. Dump off. And that's a big drop.
And that's
That's
exactly
a
what
big
you
drop.
don't
That is
want.
what, and Sugar Shane knows that's huge. That is a huge drop.
It's a free timeout
Yeah.
for the Costellos right
Yep.
there.
That is not ideal. And again, Trevor Zamudio, he's been sure-handed all game. Coming from his golf background, he has good hands. It's just couldn't come up with that one, and he knows that he should have that one.
I hear he's stellar on the links.
Yeah.
I hear he is
Yeah.
extremely good.
Consistent. This is a big play now. They're calling John Mahan onto the field, taking Trevor out. My thinking is they're drawing up a screenplay here, a short pass. They're going to bring some meat on the field, an extra blocker. They don't have a run. Do they have a run? Or maybe they do. No, they don't.
I don't think they do.
Yeah. They're looking to dump it off, stay short. Oh, never mind. They're all going deep, which is crazy. And he catches it.
What a
He's
catch
still-
by Goddard. And he's going.
A flag is on the play, though. There's a flag. Barber throws the flag.
And they're
we have
saying
a
holding.
holding called. We have a holding
And I did
call.
see it. It looked like he grabbed him a little bit, enough to warrant holding in this league.
We have
I'm
a
not
holding
sure.
on call on the field. Will Hockler, number 99, and
saw
that's
it.
a big play. That stops the clock again. It's a 10-yard loss, and it is a replay of down, but it stops the clock. The important thing, and it's not a first down. This game is not over.
Saw Hockler grab the shoulder of Ali T as he was getting by him. Enough for holding?
And you got to think
We'll see.
the motor of Ali T. Muhammad, him working late in the game. He gets that play call. He gets that holding call. That's a huge play for the
Like
Costellos.
just shooting himself in the
In the
foot
foot.
multiple times.
That, yeah.
With Shane crossing the line and then the unnecessary holding.
100%.
It's not like he was going to get caught anyway.
100%.
Spectacular catch by Jaya
Yeah.
to stay inbounds
That's impressive.
and then gain 20 yards after.
Bang, bang play, too. What a throw. Third down.
Third and about 30. 40. Old
1 minute,
school
50
football
seconds,
in
third
the
down.
chat. Indeed it is.
Ali T. Play action. Looking for a
He's
check
got
down.
to just get a completion here. Make him burn one.
A lot of time. Looks like a holding again on the play. Look at a
Oh,
holding.
another
I called
hold.
it again. And he gets sacked, and his pants are down again. Ali is everywhere. Ali gets back-to-back holding calls on his team. He is a force right now.
And they're going to decline it.
Decline it, and they call a timeout. Wow.
Okay.
Fourth
Costellos
down.
call the timeout.
Costellos will be getting the ball back. 2 timeouts, about 1 minute and 40 seconds left on the game clock. They're going to have a chance. But the question is, do we trust Declan in a 2-minute drill with 2 timeouts to score a touchdown and go for 2?
And I think I'll put my whole house on the no. But hey, I hope,
you heard
I hope
it
he
here
proves me
first.
wrong.
We hope he proves us wrong, but again, the way the defensive bikes has
I
been
might be
playing
sleeping in the
tonight.
booth tonight.
we could get an air mattress in here. Don't worry. This is a big punt though from Shane Green here. You want to pin him deep. You gotta leg one here. Put
Put it in
his
the end zone. It doesn't matter. Just get
Yeah,
it down
that's
there.
a good spiral. That looks like it's gonna roll, and of course it does.
Goes out of bounds.
Right at Jack Sheehy,
25,
right at
it
the
looks
25. So they're gonna have to go 75 yards here to the promised land in the rain, wet ball and all.
And then plus 10 for the 2-point conversion.
And then they're gonna have to get the 2.
We do our 2-point conversion from the 10-yard line.
1:30 left on the clock. 2-minute drill. Declan Costello on the reins.
2 timeouts for the Costellos. Let's see what they can do. And you got to go to LePaire.
You got to go to LePaire. LePaire or Flynn? LePaire or Flynn? One timeout
Take it
left.
back. One timeout.
Did they use one early in the,
I think they used one earlier in the Bikes possession right there, and we just missed it right
we
when they
missed
got the
it.
ball
Okay,
after the
fair.
first play.
Listen, we're not perfect up here in the booth.
We're not.
We're trying our best. We're not mic'd in. We're not
We
tapped
can't
into
we
the
can't hear
field.
everything.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Blame it on Richard. Didn't charge the mics again. The walkie-talkies.
Oh, Rich.
You
Blame
can
Rich
always
for
blame
everything.
Rich.
It's always his fault. Ferrone eligible, screen pass to LePaire out of his
Incomplete.
reach, incomplete. I like the idea, but again, just not the best ball. But again, probably where he could only throw it, because if he throws it behind, that might be 6 going the other way. Second down.
It might be better that he dropped it
Clock
here.
stops though there. That's
Exactly.
what's big.
Exactly why. It might be better.
Yeah, you
He was
almost
not
don't
getting
wanna
out of
catch
bounds.
that.
That was
Yeah,
maybe
it
a
wasn't gonna
5-yard
be a big
gain
gain either.
just for 20 seconds off the clock.
You never know. Maybe LePaire was thinking about that. They're blitzing him. He runs up the middle. That's smart. Flynn's got to pick that block up.
Dylan Lane with the tackle.
They're on the ball. Clock
And they're
is
going
running.
some hurry up offense.
1 minute and
Third
20
down, it
seconds
looks
and
like.
counting. They got to get 5 yards. Offense is not set. Dowd steps off the field to make it an even 7. Nick LePaire, no.
Johnny the lead.
Wasting
Coverage.
time. Ball over the middle. Tip. Drop. That is a good ball. We're not going to blame Declan there. That is a great ball. That is just dropped by his receiver. And that is a dangerous territory. That could have been the game
no
there.
gloves.
No gloves in the rain. It's a great ball by Costello. 4th down.
And you said it best, Brandon.
And
You
this is
gotta
the
go to
game here,
LePaire.
folks. This is
Gotta
the
go to
game. You got to
LePaire.
go to LePaire, and they're not going to LePaire here. It's, God, I don't know what you're doing. What
Aiden
you could be
Virgo,
thinking
welcome.
of.
How is
I'm
the game
looking
so
at
close?
LePaire, and I'm
There's been
telling him to
absolutely
get open.
no offense this game, as you can see by the score, 10-2.
4th down. This is the game, folks.
Not looking good.
Get your popcorn. Get your monies ready. The game is on the line. And if I'm the Costellos, if I'm Declan, I have to look. This is smart. I like lining up Nick and Tom next to each other. You got to look LePaire, though. LePaire in the middle. He's open. He catches it. Sure-handed LePaire. I told you, you got to
And
look
they're gonna go
LePaire's
hurry up.
way.
They're gonna go
They got to
hurry
get
up.
on the ball. That is, again, you look LePaire's way. Game on the line.
And they're wasting a lot of time here.
Yeah.
Not as quick as I would have thought.
You gotta expect. You gotta be ready as a team, and this might be on the
And they
coaching.
blitz.
They blitz. Another dump off to LePaire.
And Willie got out of bounds. He cuts inside.
Dowd. If you're, that's a tackle, maybe. I don't know about that.
And
but
LePaire hops right back up.
you know
We love to
he's
see
a
it.
warrior. Again though, Dowd.
You gotta
think
spike
if those
it. You gotta
receivers-
spike it. And they burn their last
They burn
time
their
out.
last time out. You got to think, though, if you're Dennis Dowd and he catches that right away, you got to get a hand on the receiver. No hands are getting on any of these cornerbacks to block, and they're coming up and making tackles.
Exactly.
These have big play potential written all over it, but just not enough blocks being picked up. And that's the difference between a 10-yard play and a 30-yard play. If you get a few blocks, you make one person miss.
He got a touchdown.
Yeah. 20 seconds,
20
though.
seconds left.
You're going to want to get out of bounds here. You're going to want to push the
45
ball up the
yards to
field.
go. And when do you start thinking about that Hail Mary toss?
Yeah. You got to get it at least to the 40 for Declan, maybe the 35.
And what's that range like for you as quarterback? From the 50?
Maybe, I don't know. Depending in this rain,
Yeah,
it's a lot tougher. So I would say probably the 40 for me as well.
And Brandon has the play call. Pump fake to Nick. Throw it up to Tom Flynn.
But again, yeah. It's a big play. You got to look Nick LePaire's way.
You got to look something quick.
Look it towards him.
And a lot
He's
of
open.
time
Nick
coming up
LePaire
there.
is
Gotta
open.
Get out of bounds.
You
He's got to get
Gotta
out.
get out of bounds, and he does.
that's well done.
Clock stops.
That is well
You go
done.
Nick LePaire's way with the game on the line. You got to look his way. 25-yard line.
And that's got to be on
7
bikes.
seconds left.
You got to be playing the sideline now.
Yeah.
7
11 seconds. 11 seconds.
11 seconds left.
You got to think maybe one play and out of bounds, but you have to get out of
Let's
bounds.
throw a
If
little
not,
timer up here.
this ball's got to be in the end zone. Do you go 2 plays in the end zone here? if you're thinking, do you go 2 plays, get to the end
11
zone, or do you
seconds?
go 1 play, 10 yards, and then 1 play in the end zone?
Well, do you think he'll be able to get 1 play off to the end zone
Yeah.
in 11 seconds? He
I think
might
he-
be scrambling a little bit.
I think you got to get it all fairly quick. Give your guys a chance, but
Or do you do something short to LePere again, tell him to get out of bounds?
I think I think with 11 seconds, you got to play the odds. You got to give yourself 2 chances. That's my decision. I think anything less than 10 seconds, you try to get a quick dump and maybe another play. But I think with double digit, you got to try to risk it. You got to give
Exactly.
yourself 2 shots. That's better the odds. 8 seconds. With now this
I
switches
think
it
that
up.
might have been the play. That was the play clock.
Okay, play
clock.
clock's 8 seconds. Game clock's at 11 seconds. So this could be the game here. They jump
And
false
what
start.
are they doing to try
False
to catch
start.
the defense?
They are lucky the clock was stopped, or that'd be a 40-second runoff. False start. That's a huge play. Now this switches it up a little bit. Now you back them up 5 yards.
Now
More
they got to
clock-
go short.
More clock's gonna be wasted.
And Brandon
This-
makes a good
this
point.
makes it
Declan
tough.
cannot throw.
Who said that?
Brandon.
Oh boy. Declan is catching heat. Only 2 points in the.
BVV makes a good point. They got to go short.
Yeah, as you could tell, they backed up. If I'm them, I go to Tom Flynn right away.
And
Nope,
they blitz.
they're going to the end zone here.
Fo-
He's
That's-
got the distance.
let's
Broke
see
it
how
up
much
by
time
Dash
is left.
Millie. Let's see.
3
3
seconds
I
left
said-
and another
And
chance.
that's why you do that. I think you give yourselves 2 shots to the end zone. Give yourself a better chance.
And that wasn't a bad look.
No, not at all. Maybe a little bit more, and it's a touchdown. Ali is huffing and puffing. He's giving his team his all. He's had a great game played so far.
He just puts it all out there whenever he
Yeah.
goes out there.
Their offensive line has really honed in on the second half. The first half, they were looking like they were going to get a bear. Second half, they showed up. I don't think they've maybe allowed 1 sack in the second half. They've came to play in the second half. I know the score hasn't really replicated that, but. And it comes down to this, ladies and gentlemen. The last play, week 3, Costellos versus Beacon Bikes. Tune in right here.
As
You got
as bad as the game has been,
Yeah.
it comes down to one play.
Yeah, you got
Can't
to
ask for anything else.
Costellos have to be proud to be in this position to have a chance to
Dash
tie.
is trying to call timeout.
And they call timeout. They're going to give Beacon Bikes more time. They're bringing in the tree. I think that's a great move. You bring in the tree. You give yourself some height in the end zone.
Target man, maybe Nick LePere runs underneath him.
Watch out for a tip drill. Not if it's on purpose, but just be careful for a
It's on
tip
purpose.
going up and someone and don't be surprised if it's a Nick LePere sliding underneath because he's
Right
naggy
place,
like
right
that.
time.
Yeah. But you got to expect this ball to be in the end zone 100%. Declan has to get it to the end zone. You got to get 2, maybe even 3 of your guys in the same area. You can't be a 1v3. The odds are not against you. If I'm Declan-
they might bring the pressure here.
If I'm Declan, I go 2 by 2. I tell everyone to get to the goalpost. You run to the goalpost. I'm going to throw it at the goalpost in the end zone. Give ourselves a chance. When you have 4 different people at 4 different spots in the end zone, spread it out. I'd rather throw it up to a bunch of people. You get a tip, etc. This is smart. Pack it in, chip somebody, get to the goalpost. And it looks like they're going to do exactly that. And they're doing that. Declan
Johnny's-
drops back, throwing the ball. Ball is in the air.
Looks-
Tree goes up. It's tipped.
Oh,
Nick
LePere
LePere
in the
almost.
area.
I told you Nick LePere would have a shot, but it's incomplete. And the game is over. Declan slams his shit. He's talking to himself, cursing at himself. This game is over. Beacon Bikes
Wow, what
takes
an
the W.
ending. They had a chance.
extended 2-1 on the season, beating Costellos by a score
fallen
of
to 0-3.
10-2, and Costellos fought 0-3. And you got to think, what's
gotta go back
next
to
in
the
the
drawing
drawing
board
board?
here.
What's next for them?
Final
What's next?
closeout. Thanks for watching.
Hey, final closeout. I know it's been a snoozer today, 10-2. We appreciate you guys for tuning in and be ready for more
It's been a pleasure to
BFFL.
share a booth with Joe.
Week 3 tomorrow.
And-
Tune in. Chase Green, always a pleasure.
We will hit the field. Hopefully, game stays on.
Yeah.
And we'll catch a win.
Signing off.